Hey, hope you have an awesome day and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Jason Walter and I'm a realtor here in Sacramento, California. I met with a client and also a friend the other day and he asked me this question, hey, how are real estate agents paid? I often get this question a lot from first-time home buyers as well, so I thought I'd make a video about it. And so before we get started, to never miss a video about real estate related topics, subscribe to this channel right now and hit the bell to be notified when I post new videos. And by the way, I post a new video every Tuesday and Thursday. Okay, let's go ahead and dive into the video. The commission structure varies whether it's a pre-owned home or it's a new home development. So I'll go over both of those scenarios and how agents are paid for each of those scenarios. For pre-existing homes, the commission structure is based upon the listing agreement. And the listing agreement is the agreement that the seller has with their agent, who's called the seller's agent or the listing agent. And typically in my area at least, the total broker fee is around 5 to 6% of the total sales price of the house, meaning about 2.5% to 3.5% goes to the listing broker and about 2.5% goes to the buyer's broker. And it's important to note here that the commissions go directly to the broker first before the agent gets paid, and I'll discuss that later in the video. The seller's agent or the listing agent markets the property, so they may pay for photos, videos, put up a for sale sign, maybe pay for ads in order to attract buyers. And after they get offers, they negotiate the best price for their client, the seller. On the other hand, the buyer's agent looks for houses for their buyers, schedules any appointments with the sellers to look at those houses, writes offers for them, and negotiates the best deal for them. When the home is officially sold and the ownership is transferred from the seller to the buyer, the seller pays out of their proceeds from the sale of their house to their agent's broker and also the buyer's agent's broker. For new home construction, the pay structure is a little bit different than a pre-owned home. And the pay structure varies by the development. So one builder may offer 2%, whereas another builder may offer 3% to the buyer's broker. And that commission is paid by the builder. It's common for the new home developments to pay the agents based on the base price of the house. So let me give you an example. Let's just say someone buys a house for $500,000, but there's $100,000 in upgrades to the house. So the base price would be $400,000. So the home builder will pay the agent or the agent's broker based upon that base price of $400,000 and not the $500,000 number. And again, that's somewhere in the range of 2 to 3%. It just varies on the home builder. Also, it's really important to note that the builder does not give a discount if you don't use an agent. So it's in your best interest to get represented by a buyer's agent to negotiate the best deal for you. Also, it's important to note that the buyer's agent's commission, at least in my area, about 95% of the time, it's 2.5%. So the range is 2 to 3%, but 95% of the time, it's going to be 2.5%. You want to select an agent who you know, like, and trust, who's going to be steering you in the right direction and not acting in their own best interest. For example, you don't want an agent who's going to be steering you towards a house just because the commission is higher for that house, or steering you away from a house just because the commission is lower than the standard rate. I mentioned earlier that the commissions are paid directly to the broker. And what I mean by broker, I mean Keller Williams, Coldwell Banker, Remax, Realty One Group, to name a few. And the broker receives the commissions from the sale of the house and gives a percentage of that to the agent. And that just depends on their pay structure and pay agreement with their broker. It's common for agents to be paid around 70 to 80% of the total commission sent to the broker in exchange for training, maybe office space, admin, technology, etc. Some brokers have a cap on the total amount that the agent pays their broker in any given year. So for example, they may cap it at $25,000 for the year, or they may have no cap at all. It just depends on the broker's agreement with the agent. So let me give you an example. Let's just say that the total commission was $10,000. And on a 70% split with the broker, the agent receives $7,000 of that. From that $7,000, of course, the agent has to pay taxes. So let's just say they would pocket around $4,000 if they're in the 40% tax bracket. Of course, it depends on which tax bracket you are in. But let's just say that Out of the $10,000 commission, the agent might only receive about $4,000. It's worth mentioning that the buyer's closing costs do not include any broker or agent fees. So their out-of-pocket expenses are going to be their down payment, a portion of the title and escrow fees, and any lender fees. If you're curious about how to get your real estate license, I actually made a video about it and you can go check it out right here. If this video was helpful, let me know by subscribing and hitting the like button. I truly appreciate the support from you. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. I'm Sacramento Realtor. I hope you have an awesome day and look forward to seeing you on the next video.